What's going on, guys? You're watching The Hungry Handgunner. I'm Nick, and I'm not sure how I've made it this long without doing one of these on the channel, but we have the NAA Mini Revolver. This one is chambered in .22 Magnum. I happen to have a carton of CCI Maxi Mags, so today should be fun. Alright, so I have 5 rounds in here. I have no idea what to expect, so we'll just go for center mass on my little paper target down there and see what we get here. Oh boy, no good way to hold this. A little bit of recoil to it. Let's go for the steel. I believe I missed that steel. There we go. Now comes the fun part. For reloading this thing, you have to push the button on the little rod here and simultaneously pull out. After you do that, rotate your cylinder out of the gun. Go ahead and put this in my pocket for now, because I imagine these aren't just going to... Well, one fell out. Use the little rod here to get these out. We may do a timed reload drill here in a bit just for fun. So get those out. Take 5 new rounds here and just load them in your cylinder. So, the recoil is not as bad as I had been led to believe. I had been told, with it being such a small gun, it was going to be kind of punishing, but nah, not that bad at all. You take your cylinder, carefully rotate it back into the gun itself here. Try to get it lined up centered. Whew, what an interesting concept. Then you got to run your... there we go. Should be good. Let's shoot some more. Let's do it one-handed. See how that works. Not well. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is an extremely close range gun. Now, because I'm just that kind of weirdo, we've scooted up. This is about as close as I want to get to the steel. We are about 12 yards away from it. So hopefully this doesn't bite me in the ass today. But I'm gonna fire 5 rounds, reload, fire 5 more, and see what that looks like on the timer, if time will go that high. So I guess we got to start from a pocket, right? I don't have a holster for it, so whew, all right. Let's see what we get. Oh God. Oh. Oh man. This is assuming you carried extra ammo for this, and assuming said ammo was staged. Fairly easy to get to. Probably better off just carrying another cylinder, I guess. I don't know. We can discuss that in the comments. Oh jeez. All right. A 48-second reload. Not too shabby there, I guess. Let's go ahead and shoot the other 4 here. Huh. Well, now, if you've spent any time around guns at all, you have probably seen these little things. Diminutive, interesting, tiny. They look like they could be a lot of fun. So I'm actually not going to be able to make the bigger part of this video, which is going to be some chronograph testing, just for the simple reason that I can't shoot this well enough to test it on a chronograph. I've already killed one. There'll be a link. I don't want to kill another chronograph. So I do know that you're not going to be getting normal 22 Magnum velocity and energy out of something like this. And I apologize, I've got a little bit of a sinus thing going on here, but the craftsmanship of the mini revolver seems to be pretty good. It seems to be put together well. It's definitely nice. It's got a little heft for what it is. And I'm struggling to find good things to say about it, because as a backup gun, maybe, but I was struggling to hit minute of silhouette even at 12 yards. Anything closer than that, maybe, but I wasn't going to shoot steel, and I didn't bring any extra paper targets out here with me today. So there is that. But even shooting at the used paper target I had over there, it was a struggle to get it on paper. It's not an easy gun to shoot. It's single action, and each time you cock the hammer, you're coming off target, obviously. And then when you fire, it does want to, let me get a little firing grip here if I can show you. It's unloaded, but when you fire, it definitely rotates around. I'm not sure how well the shooting footage is going to show that, but I can feel it in my hand. So the recoil in and of itself was not bad. It wasn't unpleasant to shoot. Matter of fact, I could shoot it all day long if I felt like wasting more 22 mag. But as a backup gun, I think maybe, I don't know, with things like the Ruger LCP2 and 22, if you were going to go down to a 22 caliber round, I don't know. So I do have to say that this was loaned to me. This is not my gun. I do want one in 22 long rifle just as a fun gun, not with any particular purpose in mind, just as a fun gun. And as a fun gun, this is kind of fun. I think it would be neat to see if you could develop the skills in learning this particular firearm to shoot it well recreationally. So there is that. So I know it's surprising. People still shoot for fun. For me, 22 mag just isn't the ticket for fun shooting, but to each their own. So yeah, I can't say anything bad about this gun itself in terms of its construction and fit and finish and things like that. I feel like it's very well put together. That's really the only downside. So be careful. I guess is the other thing I'll throw in the video is loading this and unloading this requires you messing around near the business end of the gun to get this out and all that good stuff. So I'll actually, you know what, we'll give you a little walkthrough of that. So just to give you kind of an idea on how to load and unload this, you're going to push in here and pull simultaneously. Roll your cylinder out. There's your cylinder. That's where you put your 5 rounds. And then you're going to roll your cylinder back into place and hopefully get everything lined up. Put this with the detent facing up back in its hole. So you hear the click, make sure everything's locked up good, and then you're ready to fire. So it is a nice little gun, well put together, made in Utah, North American Arms. It's just very rudimentary sights, know if you wanted to try to, yeah, you get the picture. So that's going to be about it just on this quick little show and tell initial impressions of an NAA mini revolver. Looked at them for years, never really pulled the trigger, no pun intended. Got the opportunity to play around with this one, and this is where we're at. So if you guys have any experience, I'm sure a lot of people do, because these are pretty popular guns, little guns. I feel like a lot of people other than me have had one or two of them or more during their time with firearms. If you've got experience, drop them down in the comments. What do you use yours for if you have one? Do they get easier to shoot? And as it pertains to my own decisions, if you have a 22 long rifle one, how you have enjoyed that one. So big thanks to the person that lent this to me. I'm not going to throw their name out there per their wishes, but I appreciate that. Stay safe, keep shooting, and I'll see you next time.